It seems almost surreal that it's been decades since Faces entered the music scene. The English rock ensemble came to life in London in 1969, emerging from the remnants of Small Faces after Steve Marriott departed to form Humble Pie. It was the combination of Ian and Cleggan on keyboards, Ronnie Lane handling electric bass and vocals, and Kenny Jones on drums and percussion, alongside new additions guitarist Ronnie Wood and vocalist Rod Stewart, that gave rise to Faces and a string of hit songs that followed. Despite their peak in the 70s, Faces has seen a recent resurgence of interest on platforms like Reddit. Fans have labeled the band underrated and have taken to social media to share their admiration for the group's impact. One user exclaimed, "I started listening to the Faces because of Ronnie Wood. Where have they been all my life? I know they're not directly tied to the Rolling Stones, but Wood and Richards have toured together. The Faces have some truly great songs." Another chimed in with, "Hell yes, the Faces were spectacular. Plus, they played on a lot of early Rod Stewart solo stuff." Ronnie Lane was a true artist that brought earnest songs and playing to life. "They were fantastic." A third also added, "Stay With Me is one of the best rock songs ever recorded. It sounds like it's going to spin out of control at any moment but never does. It's truly a remarkable and unique thing they pull off on that one." However, like all good things, Faces eventually came to an end in 1975, and, according to Rod Stewart, one person played a significant role in the band's demise. Although Stewart was the frontman, it was Ronnie Lane who brought a unique energy to the group. His distinctive guitar-playing style, which often added a twist to the classic blues formula, was a key element of their sound. Despite the band's success, Lane reportedly grew tired of being a sideman, particularly as Stewart's star began to rise. By 1973, Lane decided it was time to leave the band and forge his own path, allowing Stewart to take center stage. Stewart went on to become one of the most successful solo artists of the 1970s, but he knew that Faces would never be the same without Lane. In a previous interview, Stewart reflected, "We'd lost the soul of the band when Ronnie Lane left to go and do his gypsy tour around Britain. And once we lost Ronnie, then I think the other Ronnie Wood was always gonna join the Stones eventually. But hey, they were 5 hilarious years." After leaving the band, Lane did have some notable moments, including collaborations with Pete Townshend and Steve Marriott. However, his departure seemed to mark the beginning of the end for Faces, and the band lost some of its spark.